Let me give you an idea about what is an open access journal. An open access journal, when we are talking about an open access application, that is, uh, although it's reviewed, and it's then authenticated, and finally it's published. This is the principle of every journal, that they go through these three processes. First of all, we submit a paper. हम पहले पेपर सबमिट करते हैं एक जर्नल में, then the paper is reviewed, then it's authenticated, and finally it's published. But what makes open access journal different is that it's free. It's free for what purposes? Number one, it could be free to read. So if I can write down somewhere such that you get an idea. So it's actually free to read. When we are talking about an open access journal, it's free to read. It's free to download. It has got a free copyright. It's free to for distribution. It's free to print. It's free for searching. And you also have links to the full text of these articles available. So first of all, it's free to read. You can read the paper uh, in free. You do not need to go for subscription. Now, you already know that most of the journals which are of high quality are subscribed journals. You need to subscribe for the journals either by as an individual or as an institution. Now, when you're saying free to read, it's free for reading. For downloading, you can also download it. There is no copyright, free copyright for sharing. This is not for republishing. This is for sharing only. And you have distribution. Again, that means you can distribute or share it. And then you can also print the paper. It could be searching is almost always free in all the types of journals. And you also have the links to the full text for these articles. Now, open access could mean that it's either this first one that we are talking about, or it could be this one, or it could be all of these, or some of these. Not all of these. It could be, for example, there could be an open access journal which only allows you free to read and free to download, not to share. There could be some open access journals which allowed you only to share, but it does not give you free to read. So there is a variety and different levels of open access journals that are available. Now, in an open access journal, what are the different types of open access journals that are available to us, and what are the various repositories where they are available? The most common one is this DOAG. And what is DOAG? Now, this is an open access journal repository where most of the publications are kept. There are more than 9,000 journals which are open access journals available at this platform. So coming to the background of which we discussed last time, how do we how does the process of reviewing and article acceptance happen in an open access journal? The process of reviewing an article acceptance happens at multiple levels. First of all, when you are submitting, uh, I'll give you an idea. When we are submitting an paper, where does this paper go? It goes to an editor. I told you this when I was discussing this last time. It goes to an editor. What does an editor do? An editor actually goes through the basic edition phase. And then where does this go after it has been basically edited and found fit to be reviewed by the editor? It goes to the reviewer, and then from the reviewer, once it's reviewed, the revisions go back to the author, go back to the editor. Editor collects the revisions, and then it goes to the author. So this is the scheme. Now, once the author has done with the revisions, it again goes back to the editor, and then from the editor again to the reviewer. So there could be 2 or 3 such processes. The reviewer may again send it back second time around. So this cycle over here, this could be repeated. And finally, once it's accepted by the editor, the final acceptance then comes from the editor that it's fit for publishing. Once that is done, it's published now finally. So while it's being published, there are certain principles of publishing, uh, which I did not take up the last time around. Now, publishing, which is the last phase, after this, it's available. There could be an online version available, or there could be an hard copy version or the offline version available of the print journal or any other manuscript, online or offline. Now, what do we need to do if we want access to these online or offline? We have to go for subscription. We have to go for a process which is known as subscription. Until and unless we do not go for subscription, we cannot access the whole paper if it's not an open access journal. But if it's an open access journal, it can give you what I just told you, free to read and free to download options, but not usually every open access journal gives you these. So you do not, in an open access journal, You can get free to read and download without subscribing. But there are certain journals, where we actually require, even though they are open access journals, we require free license. We require license, although it may be free license, to read and download. So for that, what you need to do is you need to log in or register into that journal, although it may be free to log in or register. But there are still some more open access journals where you actually need to log in, register, and then you may need to provide an institutional subscription. So the institution must have already taken the subscription, although it's at a very minimum cost available to the institution with respect to other journals which are not open access journals. So your institution has already taken the subscription, but you need to fill up the institutional subscription such as to accept, for it to get accepted. So these are the three forms of open access journal. एक तो आपका वो है जिसमें आपको once you go directly onto their site, if it's online, you can go read it and download it. But there are those where you need free license. For that, you need to log in and register. Then there are those where you need to go into login and register and then fill up the institutional subscription. Now, there are open access journals, although they are named open access, but you actually need to pay for reading it. Sorry, downloading it. Although you can read it online, but you cannot download the PDF version or the file version, although you can read it. So then we also have open access journals where you actually need to pay for reading and downloading. Now, you would say, then what sort of an open access journal is this when you actually need to pay for reading and downloading? These type of open access journals only give you free distribution and copyright for sharing rights, and they do not provide you any other rights. Then what you can do once you have an open, I can give you an example. अगर आपके पास sharing, if you can share something, if you have the paper, now you can share it. Once you are sharing it, you can share it on platforms like ResearchGate, and so you can upload it on ResearchGate. Then somebody else could easily read it from this platform, read and download it. So sharing rights and distribution rights on any other platform gives you that platform, which is like ResearchGate. Then you can download and read from the ResearchGate. This is one such platform that I'm talking about. So it is more and less sort of an open access. Then what is the other types of open access, and what are the subscriptions that you need for? Now, there may be open access journals which will only allow you, if you are an author, अगर आप author खुद हो, then they will allow you to distribute and share only if you are an author. Others are not allowed to distribute and share. So if you are an author of that paper, then you can distribute and share. So what does this tell you? It tells you that in publication ethics, you cannot actually distribute and share your paper, which is on any platform, until and unless that platform gives you the go ahead for distributing and sharing that paper. Therefore, this is very important in publication ethics. Even though you might be an author, you cannot share it until and unless the publication house does not give you the authority to distribute and share that paper. Now, there are certain open access journals which are accessible only to you if you are an author. So you get the copy if you are an author, and you can download it, you can print it, but nobody else can do it at free. Everybody else has to do it by paying. So starting from here, from this point onwards, from here onwards, up till this point, the access to the publication goes down less and less. This is fully accessible and this is least accessible here. Thereby, what we got from here is that this is how the open access journals actually operate. Now, I must have already told you this, that how do the open access journals cover their expenses? For example, DOAG, how do they cover their expenses? It's either through sponsorship, it's the first one, it's sponsorship, or somebody is donating, or minimum subscription. At minimum subscription charges, they operate. So that's how the open access journals operate. Now, I also told you that there are consortiums, which I discussed last time around. There are consortiums which actually operate such that एक ही जगह पर सारे open access journals available हो जाए, and that platform purchases all the subscriptions and then keeps them available. Now, this sort of open access journal is also a sort of consortium wherein all the publications of 9,000 plus journals are available at one point. Now, there is a growing trend throughout the world that the publication should actually go for open access. Now, there is Springer, Elsevier, they're all going open access more and more. The reason for this is why are they going open access more and more? It has been found that once you have an open access journal, publication in an open access journal, more and more people, more and more people can actually read it, can read it, can download it. So you get more citations. तो आपको ज्यादा से ज्यादा citations मिल जाती है. Once you get more and more citations, your quality H value of the publication, H index of the publication is actually increasing. And once that is happening, what is also happening is that your journal becomes more, although they are following all the basic principles of reviewing, although it's a very good journal, now they are keeping more and more journals open accessible. So your journal actually becomes more, it has got much better impact factor. So the impact factor of the journal is actually dependent upon the number of citations that you get in the journal. And that actually depends upon how many people have the access to read that paper or the publication. So once more and more journals and publication houses like Springer and Elsevier went to open access, and most of their journals were kept as open access, but at the same time, they also needed to ensure that their sponsors are also coming from some other source. So what they did is that half or some percentage of the journals they kept open access, such that the impact factor actually is growing for such journals. Once that happens, जो ही उनका impact factor बढ़ रहा है, पहले उसको open access रख रहे हैं, then they shift their policy to keeping it subscription, under subscription. So these sort of journals are actually moving on this principle that जो ही हम कोई नया journal है or some journal which is actually in the growing stage, they keep it open access until it reaches to a point where the impact factor has actually grown, and finally they shift their policy and then keep it as a subscription journal. Now, so this tells you that the Springer and Elsevier like platforms are also offering open access journals. Now, our issue actually deals with what are the publication ethics in open access journal. We need to focus on that. So this session is closing